Hello everybody and welcome to my 100% walkthrough of Elden Ring by Level Up Pup Gaming. So, for anybody that might be watching this after it's been completed and the entire walkthrough is up, you know, maybe like months, weeks, maybe even years later, you might not notice that between episode 41 and this episode, there's been about a month in time because, I just been going through some stuff, some personal stuff. Some might call it a midlife crisis, you know, existential crisis. For me, it's just I'm having extreme panic attacks and just some really dark thoughts. And I'm only bringing this up right now, just mentioning it real quick because it'll help me. I'm kind of having a panic attack right now, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm seeking professional help, but at the moment, you know, it's just we don't got the right things going to really make me feel better. So I kind of just couldn't keep waiting any longer and keep pushing this off. You know, coming out of a extremely toxic job that I'd been at for almost a decade, I was, you know, having panic attacks on my way to work and having panic attacks at work, throwing up, crying, and yeah, just my body wouldn't cooperate. And once I left the job, I thought, you know, hey, this will be the change that I need to get my anxiety to go away, and it did for a while. But then halfway through this walkthrough, I had to painfully admit that it came back, and it came back just as hard. Even though I'm doing something that I love and playing video games, and not only playing video games, but making a walkthrough for a game that I've absolutely fallen in love with, it was really painful for me to admit that my problems are going to follow me no matter what industry I'm in, and no matter what job I have or what my duties or my occupation is. Something's wrong with my brain, and I'm going to have anxiety and fear and panic attacks no matter what I do. So I just wanted to mention that real quick. It might help me as I go through the rest of this episode, just to be kind of vulnerable and honest with all my viewers that I'm not okay, and I'm kind of pushing through right now and kind of just, I don't know, doing my best to man up and do the work, even though, man, I just, my hands are shaking and my mouth is dry. I'm trying to catch my breath and breathe calmly, but man, my body is just fighting me, so I apologize, and I don't know what else to say except for to the people that have stuck around, giving me likes and comments on my walkthrough and my other videos. I can't express what it means to me. And yeah, I can't express what it means to me, you guys. It's not lost on me. Every time I get a notification from you guys thanking me on my walkthrough or giving me a like or showing me some love on my other videos, it helps so much, and I don't know what I'd do without you guys. So that being said, that personal note, I'm so sorry. Let's go ahead and get back into where we left off. Now, we left off in the Mountaintop of the Giants. We just got done clearing out the Zamor ruins with all of those nasty Zamor soldiers, but unfortunately I forgot a few things, a couple of items that I missed. I noticed when I was taking notes on my last episode, so let's go ahead and grab those items real quick, and we're going to head over to a catacombs. Take out a fun catacombs. But over here, if we come over to this elevator, oh, I also switched over to strength. So I switched from dexterity intelligence to strength intelligence now. Okay, so if you come right over here, well, I'm going to take these snakes out just in case they drop us one of these cool blades. So remember, this snake and the other one that's on the other side, they're the only ones that drop these magma blades. So there's one right over here. Oh, what? Dang it. Yeah, these guys are vicious. They pack a punch and their fire does some serious damage, so you don't want to mess around with them. Just try and take them out as quick as you can. And that's a grab right there, what he just tried to do. Oh, mechanic stone. Yeah, if he grabs you, they'll do some damage. So, the item that I missed is right over here, I believe. Or maybe... Ooh, is this the wrong bridge? Maybe... Oh, okay. Sorry. It's actually down over here. There you are. So very gingerly jump up on the ledge and then kind of just fall off a little bit and come over here to grab this helmet. So this is the last one of these tier scarab helmets. So now we got them all 5 of them. So sorry about that, I forgot about that. And then the last item that I missed is down over here in the Frenzied Flame place. But it's not too big of an item. I think I saw shiny and I was like, I'll go grab that just to make sure I cover all the bases, and then we'll head over and get to work on these catacombs. Lucky for us, we don't got to go far. We just got to drop to the bottom as far as we can go. Just hope I don't die. And right here. Just some hefty beast bones. So yeah, missed those 2 items. Just wanted to cover all my bases, so let's go ahead and get to work on this episode, you guys. Alright, so last time I said that if we couldn't take out these Zamor soldiers, I was going to show you guys how to sneak in and grab the smithing stone. The bell bearing for the smithing stones that is in there. So I'm just going around and collecting these fire blossoms. I want to get as many of these as we can for the fire pots that it creates. Very, very good, especially when we switch over to faith strength. Those do some hefty damage for some cheap things to build. So if you gotta sneak in, come up over here. Be careful of these birds. These birds do some damage and they are very, very annoying. So come up over onto this ledge right here, and then just right down in there. So kind of pay attention to, you know, their patterns and how they're moving, and then just as soon as this guy moves away, put on Assassin's Gambit or put on Unseen Form, and then just cast that, wait till he's over there facing the other direction, and then just go ahead and sneak on in and grab the bell bearing. So if you don't want to go through the trouble of fighting all those guys, and those guys are just tooling you up and giving you a hard time, then go ahead and just sneak on in that way. Just be careful of those birds, because those birds, man, they're vicious. So, we come up over here. I'm past this guy, he's all angry. He might chase us a little bit. So you can hear a shiny, it's up in a tree, but we got some birds to clear out before we can safely get it. One right here, there's another one up in... Oh man, he's got some health. Lord. There's the other one. He's up there. I don't know why he hasn't aggroed. Let's throw a knife at him. How'd that not kill him? Ah, these birds are so annoying. Can you please just... There. Alright. Now... Oh, there he is. Oh, no, no! Almost threw a knife at that dude. Alright, got us a Somber Smithing Stone 7. And then all the rest of the stuff out here is just foliage. I think there might be an Arteria leaf on the top of this hill, but mostly it's just birds out here that are really annoying. And this is just leading us to the catacombs that we're going to go to in a second, so Don't worry about that. There's some butterflies right here. Da-da-da-da-da. That's like I said, everything else that's up here is just foliage, so we'll run into a couple of annoying birds and try and take them down real quick. There's a bird right over here, sitting on the ground. Go ahead and sneak up on him. Oh, dang it. Do some damage too. I think down over here there should be an arteria leaf. Yes. Then I don't think there's anything special up here. It's just a shortcut back to that grace over there, but let's go ahead and get this bird. No, yeah, nothing else. Down here is just a shortcut to the ruins that we were just at. So, takes you right back down to the grace. So, first we're going to go into the catacombs and grab the grace, and then we're going to go over by this ledge where there's a bridge, and there's a fire prelate and some fire priests to take out. They're guarding some goodies. Also, you can farm this prelate for his armor and his whip. Whip is pretty good. It's one of the better whips in the game, so you can go this way or go around through here. But either way, we're just gonna come down here. This fire prelate might get mad that we're here, but just ignore him. And come on over and grab these doors. Alright, so let's grab the grace, sit down and heal up, and then we'll go fight the fire prelate because he's pretty tanky. He's kind of like a mini boss. So the reason I switched over to strength now is primarily to use great shields. We're going to be using a Great Star's hammer and switching between that and the Knight Rider's glaive. We might use the Grave Scythe, and in between episodes, forgot to mention, I upgraded everything to plus 18 on the normal side, except for my knives. But upgraded everything to plus 18 because of the smithing stone, the bell bearing for the smithing stones that we got that allow us to buy 5 and 6s. So I went ahead and took everything up to 18, including my shield and stuff. So for this little fight right here, we can do a summon. So let's go ahead and bust out Omen Killer Rolo. And then we'll go take out all these fire priests. You want to try and take out the little guys first that are on the side and everything. And then, whoops. And then go for the Prelate. Try and let Omen Killer Rolo deal with the Prelate for the meantime while you take out all the priests. Now, let's see here. Sorry, it's just been a minute since I've been on trying to get my bearings. I can use a shield. Let's switch between this and this. Alright, I'm gonna kill the Rolo. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. So sneak up so that these guys don't aggro and start warning everybody that you're here. And then just start taking these guys out one at a time. Oh gosh, almost fell off the ledge. There's a... Let's go help Rolo. Oh gosh, I'm stuck. Alright, he's gonna shoot off a huge explosion, yep. And then watch out for where the fire lands. Oh gosh. Oh! He's got a lot of distance and... Alright, so when you stagger these guys, you need to make sure that you stagger them from, or repost them from the back, because if you repost them from the front, his skull, the little helmet that's on his head, might be on fire, and it'll break you out of the repost animation. He'll stand up. So yeah, when you repost the fire prelates, you want to repost them from behind, never from the front. Okay, we got some more guys over here. What's up, buddy? Yeah, these hammers are just too awesome. Whoa. That was rude. Omen Killer Rolo, I thank you. You're the best. Oh. I don't think there's anything else up here. Just this guy in case you need a heal on your flask, but it's kind of pointless because we got the Site of Grace right down below. My panic attack is really starting to subside. I'm starting to feel a lot better. But yeah, it was just a bummer to come to the realization that this walkthrough was giving me anxiety and panic attacks, and the further I was getting in it, the more stressed I was getting. That just broke my heart, because I thought, like, hey, if I get out of a toxic environment, then I won't feel so bad all the time. But no, it's following me wherever I go. Something I need to work on and fix. So, but back to it. Let's go ahead and go clear out this catacombs. Thank you, Uber Killer. You're the best. Alright, let's heal up. So, these catacombs are another trick catacombs where there's two of them kind of close together. And then, yeah, they put in things that are similar, and it'll make you think you're in the same dungeon that you went in the circles, but you're actually not. So, let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so yeah, that's the first guy right here. Just kind of let him come to you. And there's two more in here. One's going to jump out. Grab this glove wart. What'd you drop me? Ooh. Rather have had a smithing stone, but whatever. Oh, there you are. Oh yeah, this is the one with, yeah. Ow. Oh, I missed you. Good Lord. Items in here? Nope. Okay. Alright, now we're actually getting into the dungeon. That was just kind of like a introductory area. Oh, missed that flower right there. Grave Violet. And then, of course, always run on the back part of the wall to these elevators and these catacombs, because it'll lead to a little ledge right here that sometimes might have a goodie, but this one doesn't. So in this place, this elevator actually has a secret under it. It'll take you down to a completely other part of the dungeon. Now, we're gonna save that. You can do one of two things I recommend. Either do it right now, go underneath, clear out that part, and then come back up and go sit down at the Grace and then start the dungeon all over. Or beat this dungeon and then come back after you beat the boss and go down under. Because down under there are some enemies that will drain your entire health bar, I promise. Some very annoying enemies down there. And yeah, if you try and clear that area out and then come back and do the rest of the dungeon, by the time you get to the boss you will be pretty much completely out. So these guys are going to throw bombs at you. You can get in a bomb battle with them. Or at least one of them until he's done, and then we can go just rush the other one. I think there's any other items in here. Okay. Now this elevator, there's nothing underneath. It'll just take you straight down. Back to the Erd tree. But this is where we start to get into the double part, where it's going to start tricking you into thinking that you're in the same dungeon when you're not. Nothing under there. Can't help myself. I know it's not a secret, but I always check anyways. Alright, we got some jars in here. Go ahead and take them out. And so if you actually look up, we can see where the dungeons interconnect. So we'll be coming up. That's an elevator right above in the square. And then there's a big jar on top, and we'll drop down there. Because right here, it'll take us into... there's a big jar, it's going to fall, so be careful. He was about to turn himself to stone. Forgot these guys in here will... yeah, turn themselves into stone so that they can tank a bunch of damage, have no... you can't poise break them after they turn themselves into stone. They just have infinite poise. That was probably the most adorable damage I've taken in this game. Alright. So, I'm going to drop a rainbow stone in here. So that you guys don't get confused. We got a purple rainbow stone in here. That's the elevator that we came from. We're going to head up this way. So before we go in here, we're going to make some fire pots. Actually throw a few more of these. Okie doke. Watch out, there's a trap right here. Just go ahead and walk around that, and then we're going to come up to a section with some blades flying through, and there's a bunch of fire pots. So you see this guys are burning a little bit. Let's go ahead and throw one of these pots at them, and it'll just blow them up. And then they won't come chase you or anything like that. If you throw anything else at them, any kind of other pot or a knife or anything like that, they won't die, and then they'll come chase you. But if you throw a fire pot that does fire damage, it'll just blow them up right away. And then we don't gotta deal with them. There we go. Yeah, and respect those things. Those things will take you out in one hit. Oh, missed him. There's nothing in here except a little jar. And up here we got some squirts. We can just run right by them. No items in here. And up here we got a big jar, but there's a trap that they set up for us to kill him with, so we just use the trap. Sometimes he likes to stay on the left side, so you gotta kind of, yeah, coax him in. There we go. And then hit the trap. And then wait for it to go up. Hit it one more time. Boom! Thing does some damage. And this is our last ritual pot of the game, you guys. We've got all 10 ritual pots now. So we are done. We've got all ritual pots and all of our regular pots now. No more pots in the game to be had. Okie doke. Grab this item real quick. Oh, good lord. Alright, now this is going to take us into the second dungeon, but it's going to make you feel like you just looped around into the first dungeon. See? No stone? So we are in a new dungeon now. And as such, all the areas in the old dungeon have places and enemies that we got to go fight. So when you roll down here, throw some fire bombs into the corner. Oh crap. He got stuck on that lamp. I got so lucky there. Because these guys, they do some damage when they blow up. When they come flying at you and they blow themselves up, it'll take like half your health, so go ahead and throw some bombs at them, blow them up, get them out of here. I think that's all of them. Yep. Alright, so the first way we're going to go is we're going to go, well, Let's go this way. This is going to take us right back around. So it's a little bit of a circle, but there's some items we can go collect, and I think some gloveworts up there. So, new area. Got some fire pots. I'm trying to see where they're at. I think they're over there. One down. There's two over there. Right. That one. Alright. Alright, so just run up to the big boy and give him a lion's claw. Oh, I already picked up the Grovlor. I thought I was gonna swear there was a Glovewort in here, but I already picked it up, just didn't notice. Okay, so now you'll notice that it's a different place that we're in, because when we turn the corner, instead of a little squirt, there's a big one. Watch out, he can slam into you. So, be careful running by him. And then I don't think there's any other little jars, just this big one we can trap kill again. One more. There we go. Oh, he turned himself into stone right before he died. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's a Glovewort somewhere. Alright, and then this little shortcut will take us back to the area we were just at. See? And so now we've gone that way, we've looped around. We got one more dead end we can go to, and it's got a pretty vicious enemy. So we'll buff up, we'll go deal with that, and then we'll finish the rest of the dungeon, go get the boss door, and fight the boss. So in here, we got 3 imps that we want to take out first. Because if we don't take these imps out, they will join the fight. And we do not want them to join this fight that we're about to go into. So I think there's another one right there. There's one more. Being sneaky. So we can get him to drop. Alright, let's buff up. Now keep the shield. Can I put shield? Yeah, I can put shield grease on this. Shield grease just increases your guard boost. It's really awesome. So, sorry, I'm just trying to get my bearings straight. It's been a while since I've been on this character. Oops. Wrong button. Alright. Here he is. Alright, you guys. He was guarding a Glovewort 9 and some root resin. So if that's not worth it to you, you don't gotta go up this way. But if you're upgrading your summons and you need the Glovewort, just Glovewort 9 up here and some root resin. Alright, so now it looks like there's just a dead end in both ways, but if you come over here, you can see our friend right there. Let's go ahead and lob some volcano pots at him, deal him some damage. Hey, where you going? Yeah, really no reason to fight him when he can just throw some pots at him and then finish him off. I was like, where does item go? Alright, now we can head on over to this boss door. Or boss lever, apologies. And you can see right there, there's our purple stone that we dropped. Alright. Head on back this way north. Alright, so our boss that we have to fight is a Ulcerated tree spirit. Fun stuff, fun stuff. And so because it's an Ulcerated tree spirit, oh, excuse me, I'm going to switch to the Bloodhound's Fang, and I'm going to switch this over and slather it in fire grease, merc blood, whatever it's called. Oh, please tell me I have that. Oh, I didn't put it on. Oh well, let's do fire. Bummer. Forgot to put on blood flame. Oh, thee well. Okay, I don't need this guarding ability. Let's do, that. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get my equipment all set up before I go in and fight him. Okay. Yeah, we'll use Omen Killer. Actually, let's use Tish. Our fire damage will be better. Okay. Let me get buffed up real quick. Let's do Ice Rag. Here we go. Watch out, he's gonna blow up. Oh, still got me. Didn't realize the fire came out like that. Oh no! Oh gosh. Oh, camera's all over. What in the world? Jeez, Tish. Thanks. Alright, so not only did we get a gold seed for that, but we get a Glovewort bell bearing, so you can buy some next level Gloveworts, and we get a death ring. Whew, that was brutal. Camera went crazy there for a second. Let's see if there's any more root resin. Alright, you guys, so we're not done with this catacombs yet. We still got a pretty nasty part to do, so let's go ahead and return to the entrance and heal. And then we'll go down and do the second part. I also changed up my character's look, you know, changed her hair color to match the eyes, since we inherited the Frenzy Flame. So I changed the tattoo color and the hair color. Hope you guys dig it. Alright. Let's go ahead and switch back to what we were using before. And I'm just using this Great Shield because I'm 2 levels below to use the fingerprint. So my next 2 levels are going to go directly into strength. Because that fingerprint shield is awesome. It's going to help us a lot in these later game areas that are super duper tough. Ow, good lord. Honk. Normally they don't chase you this far. I've had these guys chase me a few times, but normally they just kind of give up and go back right after you swing by. Anyways. Oof, I made a mistake. I literally have to throw a bunch of pots right now because I need to make a different kind. Sorry, guys. Go ahead and do that too. Get rid of all your pots and make volcano pots. We need volcano pots for this thing coming up. Otherwise, you're going to have to fight this guy fair and square, and that's no fun. Where's the fun and honor? I know it's a waste. And that's my mistake. I should have made more volcano pots. I thought it was done. Forgot. Okay. Let's make 20 of these bad boys. We'll make another one of these. Alright, so send this elevator up and then wait. And there it is. You're also going to want to pull out Margit's Shackle. We're going to need that. Either one. Margit or Moog's, doesn't matter. They both work. Nope, nothing. Alright, so first things first. Just got this imp standing right here. Oh, killed it. And then you hear it gearing up over there. So we got this cat, but there's a little trick. If we stay right here, he's gonna go into the place underneath. Oops. So he's under us inside of this little cubby hole that goes underneath this little platform. And so from there, we can come over here, start hitting him with some pots. Oh, crap. Well, I just moved the traps. And he's going to come over and get mad, and yeah, he'll hit us. He'll hit us. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So if he comes up the stairs, just run back down here. Oh gosh. That got really messy. That was close. Dang it, it keeps coming up here. Normally it doesn't do that. So yeah, just go ahead and run back here. Oh my gosh, he's gonna kill me. Alright, come over here. There we go. Now that'll get him to go underneath. Yeah, they pack a punch. It is disturbing. Let's wait until he's done slamming. Come over here, throw a pot. Get ready to run because he's going to come flying at you. And they can still hit you kind of from down below, so just be a little bit careful. Wait till he stops smashing. I probably should put on Flame Grant Me Strength. Oh gosh, see? That's what I mean by he can still hit you. He's all the way in the corner. Yeah, there he is. Shoot. Oh, crap. And wait for him to go into the corner again. Make a few more pots. Yeah, it's tricky, but fighting this guy fair and square, he's gonna do some damage to you. He's almost done. His magic is what does all the damage. It's vicious. Vicious, vicious magic damage. It's absolutely brutal. The ones with the swords, you know, they do some good physical damage, but nothing what this magic stuff does. Drains like half my health. Just one hit. So this should be it. There we go. Good lord. Unfortunately, we got one more, but he doesn't have magic, so next one won't be as vicious, and we can kind of cheese him a little bit. So we got some imps right here. They're going to come out. They're kind of designed so that you try and use the traps to... take them down, but it's easier to just fight them. There's one more somewhere. I thought there was. Okay. Grab the glovewort. Watch out for this trap right here. Okay, so you can see the cat all the way down at the bottom. We're going to try and use these traps to take him down. So we're going to use Market Shackle to raise them both up. There's an imp right around here. Which is funny because they changed this. It used to be hidden, and now it's not. There used to be a hidden wall right here. See, look. Try attacking. But they took it away for some reason. I don't know when they did that. So we're going to get the guy aggroed, and then we're going to come over here, run through this hallway, and turn on Market Shackle. And these are going to come up and shoot frost at him. So let's see if we can get him. Let's go ahead and throw some pots at him. You just want to make sure that he doesn't hit the actual thing, because it might raise it up. Let's see if he does it or not. So you want to kind of get him aggroed so that he comes over and chases you into the hallway. Like that. Okay. Shoot. The wrong one. There we go. And don't let this frost hit you. It will mess you up. Alright, if he's going back to his spot, then we'll go ahead and Try and aggro him again. Oh shoot, I raised that thing. I didn't mean to do that. So now I gotta hit this one. Raise it back up so I can lower them both at the same time. Yeah, that's the problem. Throw the pots, sometimes the effect can hit the other area, so let's just try and aggro him. Dang it. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? Jeez. There you go. Come on. There we go. Dang it. I don't know why he's not coming into the thing. Usually he, you know, will keep trying to slam towards you and chase you a little bit. Come on, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Now he can come all the way down, so be careful. If he sees you, he might come in here and then you gotta quickly lower this and run and start fighting him. But hopefully, yeah, he'll just be stuck in the hallway backing up and then this will take him out. Yep, he's backing up very slowly. So we just let the traps take him. Save us the trouble of having to fight these nightmares. Say one more. Done. Alright, for our troubles, we get some fire monks. Fire monk ashes, so summon your own fire monk now. It's pretty cool. Alright, see what our level is at. Okay, we can get a level up real quick, so let's go ahead and take care of that. Fun stuff. So, also, wanted to mention, just in case anybody's wondering why this is a regular episode, even though we defeated a shard bearer. Excuse me. Last episode, so you might be wondering, like, hey, how come we're not doing a Ashes of War and reading item descriptions episode? And that's because we're fighting another shard bearer this episode. Right now, actually. We're going to go up, finish the last letter for Volcano Manor, and then we're going to go over and fight Rykard. So be pretty pointless to do a item description episode, and then the very next episode we defeat another shard bearer, and then do another item description episode. That wouldn't make any sense. So figure we just do the 2 shard bearers and the 2 episodes in a row, and then the next episode after this will be a item description one. And then we'll only have 2 more actually, just that one, and then we won't defeat another shard bearer until Melania, and after that we'll be almost done with the game, so we'll only have 2 more item description episodes. Alright, let's go over here and level up. Remember, I'm doing strength so that I can get the strength needed to use me great shield, because it is awesome. I like the Crucible Knight one, but the fingerprint one is just that much better. Bell bearing, and then of course spending all the money that I have on stones. Let's see, I'll buy 15 of these. And remember, if you guys have these remembrances and you want the weapons that are in them, go ahead and get them. You know, Morgoth's got a good sword. This got some good spells and stuff. It's got a good, I think he's got a flail, has some magic damage. And this one has a talisman that restores your FP upon defeating an enemy. So every enemy you defeat gives you a little bit of FP back. So there's some cool stuff, but for these, I'm not using any of these for the build, so I'm going to be cracking these later to upgrade some weapons or level up as we're going into the final bosses and stuff like that. So I'm saving them now so that, not cracking them now so that we can read them in the item description episodes. And I think that's everything that we need to do here. So let's go turn in this death root to Gurranq. I believe he's going to give us a hammer.
I won't forget. Again. Mine appetite. My sin. I must have more. I must consume more.
Yeah, Beast Claw, Great Hammer. And then I believe we got like 1 or 2 more death roots. I think just like 1 incantation and then a Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone was the last one, so just a few more death roots to go. And we're close off his quest. Okay, so here we're going to put on Unseen Form. If you don't have the intelligence to cast Unseen Form, put on Assassin's Gambit on a dagger or something like that, because you're going to need it for this part coming up. So I will go ahead and get rid of the hammer right now. Put on Unseen Form. Now the cool thing about Unseen Form for us intelligence users is that it not only covers up you, but it covers up Torrent as well. So this bridge right here, kind of show you. There we go. So this bridge right here, you can see it's very narrow and it goes all the way across, but right above. All right, so look at my weapon that's on my back. And the tip of it, the very tip of my weapon that's on my back, you can see a giant right above the tip. So that giant, as soon as we get about halfway across this bridge, is going to start shooting arrows at us. And these arrows will knock you completely off the bridge or kill you in one shot. So there are little areas on there for you to dive in and hide while he's shooting his bow, and then you can run a little bit to the next clearing. But if you put on Unseen Form, he literally won't see you until you get to like the very, very end. So let's go ahead and cast it and just ride past everybody. So they can still see you, you know, if you're right directly in front of somebody, they're going to see you. But as soon as you go a little bit of distance from them, they lose track of you immediately. And so this guy right now, he'd probably be shooting arrows at us right now. There's items on the way to try and distract you and get you to grab the stuff, but he'll start shooting at you. So right now, because we have Unseen Form, he can't see us, but normally he'd be shooting at us right now. So that's why it's so good. And Assassin's Gambit does the same thing. I'll go ahead and apply it again, and then now he's going to see us as we get closer. But it'll be too late, and he won't be able to hit us with an arrow. See? Now he sees us. So that's the difference that Unseen Form makes. It's really, really awesome. So wait until he shoots his arrow. And run up and give him the what for. Dang! That's a 9,702? Good lord. That's insane. Alright, so now we can go back on the bridge and grab all the goodies that we passed. I think it's just a couple of like gold runes and some crafting materials, nothing big. Rainbow stone. Over here should be gold rune. Yeah. Gold rune 7. I think there's a Lost Ash of War up over here, I think. Sorry, should have my notes out, you know, being a little bit irresponsible here. Should have my notes out so I know which items are where. I want to say it's a Lost Ash of War. Yep, alright, cool. At least my memory is serving me good. Alright, you guys, let's go grab the next grace and head over to do the last letter for Volcano Manor. And then after we do the letter, we will go fight Rykard, Lord of Blaspheme. And he's a fun fight. It's easy. I mean, if we don't use the weapon that they give us for the fight, he is quite possibly, in my opinion, the hardest boss in the entire game. If you do not use the gimmick weapon that they give you for this fight, he just has very few openings, and he does so much damage that it's just, yeah, it's not feasible. It'll take a lot of practice and a lot of deaths in order to beat him without the special weapon. So if you want to do that as a challenge, go ahead, but man, you're in for a challenge. Probably the toughest challenge in the entire game. Rykard without the gimmick sword is just too hard. Way too hard. Alright, so we're just going around here. There's a bug. You can hear it shining. It's come around this little divot. We can sneak up on it. Over here is a couple of items. Just gonna hop off so that we can sneak up on the ball. There he is right there. Somber 8. That should be everything up around here. Except for these fire blossoms, which you don't want to sleep on. You want to pick up as many of these as you can. The fire pots that they make are just, even if you're not on the faith side of things, they're just so good. They do some really good damage. I think they do more damage than the strength fire pots do, if you're not into the strength side of things. So, I'm going to see a familiar face up here. Do not jump near her. She is so sensitive. So many people have ended her quest and killed her by jumping near her. So do not do it. Don't even roll near her. Just calmly walk up and talk to her.
To think we'd meet in such a place. What could your purpose possibly... No. I know well enough who you are. And what I know is good enough for me. Call upon me again. In battle. Should you have the need. I'm searching for a fort to the north of the ruins. I heard the master of the fort was given a medallion that allowed him to visit the Halig tree. Indeed, I believe that is where Melania will be found. The Halig tree is hidden somewhere in these northern lands. I'm searching for I heard...
Oops, sorry. Didn't have my microphone on. As soon as she sits down, or as soon as you sit down, she'll be gone. Boy, I hope I had my microphone on while I was going across that bridge. I guess I'll find out. If there is a chance that I had my microphone off the entire time I was fighting that giant and stuff like that, then I completely apologize. I won't know until after I got done talking to Millicent. I looked over at my microphone, saw that it was off, and I was like, ooh, I hope I didn't have that off for a while. But obviously, if I make that mistake and I turn my microphone off, just follow what I'm doing, you know? Okay, so... After that, there's literally like a whole lot of nothing around here. Like up here, I think there's an arterial leaf, but aside from that, there's like a few smithing stones and some giants that we gotta coax over to break a statue, and that's about it. If you want to try and get up here. Let's see, how do I do this? Yeah, right here. Should be an arterial leaf up here. And we are getting close, very close to the giant we can farm arterial leaves from. He's a pain, that's for sure. You know, it's not an easy farm until you're pretty much done with the game and at the highest level you can be. Because the one troll that does drop these things is pretty vicious. But if you get enough bleed and stagger on him, then he's pretty easy to farm. So we're going to ignore these giants for now. We're not going to fight them at all. We're just going to ride right past them. But yeah, just don't aggro them because they'll follow you for quite a while. Matter of fact. So put that on just to be safe. We'll go ahead and head west. You're gonna see a lot of demi-humans over here. A lot of demi-humans. And they're gonna be fighting some bats. Now these bats are ferocious. Like, the bats that were in the fort, what's it called? One of the forts in Caelid, I can't remember the name. But that fort has some bats in it. It's the one where we got the Radagon Sword Seal. That legendary talisman that ups our attributes by 5 levels. That fort had bats in it that could just one-shot you, and rats in it that could one-shot you. And these bats are just as strong. We're in a late game area, and these bats just do some absurd damage. So because of that, we're going to be fighting a lot of them from a distance. We do not want to fight these bats, because they'll swarm in and group up and start hitting you, and they'll knock you off torrent, and then just a couple of... I've died to them. It's very embarrassing to die to bats, but these bats have killed me quite a few times. So because of that, we're going to run over and take this one out first. I mean, just look at that. That double hit only took half his life. I mean, these are bats and they're pretty tanky, so we're going to run up this hill and we're going to snipe them. Got a couple up here we got to take care of. Oh, no. No. Down here. Look at that. See how much damage that yell did? Yeah, it is absurd. These bats are just ferocious, but they're fighting some demi-humans down here, so while they're fighting, let's go ahead and try and snipe them down, help the demi-humans out, and then we'll go down and mop up the demi-humans after the bats are gone. I mean, look at that. Only took a third of his health. These bats are tanky and strong. There's a few more over here. Probably should have put on Terra Magic, honestly, because you're sitting in one spot. Would have increased our damage quite a bit. So that's a suggestion that I didn't think of. If you're up here and you're on the intelligence side, oh my god, I missed him. On the intelligence side of things, go ahead and make sure you have Terra Magic ready so that you can. Oh, dang it. I think I'm gonna go fight these bats while they're busy with the demi-human that they're fighting. See if I can sneak up on them. One. Got him. Got you. Okay. Oh, and you're gonna hear a noise. That noise is a giant that's up there. It can't touch you from here. It's aggroed. It knows you're here, but it's not going to. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Guess I gotta lock onto him. It knows you're here, but it will never be able to reach you from up here. It's up on the cliff. Once we go up there, you'll see these skeletons that'll spawn up because of a Tibia Mariner. But it can't hit you from here. It shouldn't be able to see you from here, but it does. They haven't fixed it. So you're going to hear a bunch of noise. Do not panic. Do not worry. Nothing's going to hit you. There's a couple of guys that are asleep down here, yeah. It's like they're going to wake up and start coming after you. There's one more right there. Ah, you punk. But you hurt Torrent. That's not nice. Alright, a couple items up on this hill. And there's a merchant but this way that we will go to after we take out the last letter. So the last letter is right here. So let's go ahead and get buffed up. Now this guy that we're going to take out, Juno Hoslow, he has 2 whips, and these whips do blood loss. You cannot parry whips. I don't even know if you can block whips, honestly. I think you can, but the blood loss will come through even when you're blocking it. So don't think you can just block all of his attacks, and they are vicious. Just like 1 or 2 swipes will drain half your health. So don't be surprised if you do die. It's not necessarily that he's a difficult fight, it's that he just does a lot of damage and the bleed builds up. Excuse me. The bleed builds up very, very fast. Another thing about this guy is as soon as we spawn in... I'm so sorry. As soon as we spawn in, don't attack him. Buff up. Because remember, when we spawn in, our buffs leave us from the buffs that we had in the other world. So, we'll go in and we'll take our physic and we'll actually put on a few buffs. And then we'll fight him with the great hammers and see if we can take him down. So let's go ahead and make one of these. And so I'll use that, my flask. See if that'll do the trick. Okay, and so you also want to let him take your time and put on your flasks and buff up because he's going to do a gesture. And you want to let him finish the gesture. It's the only way you can get it. So don't run up and start attacking him. If you run up and start attacking him, it will cancel out the gesture and you will not get it. You'll have to go into New Game Plus to get it. So, alright, let's, alright, flask, and then we'll go over in Lion's Claw him. Alright, let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, he's got Bloodhound Step. Forgot to mention that. Oh, my stamina's all out. See how much damage he just did? Oh, tried to heal. Oh, you're lucky. Jeez, I gotta heal. Dang it. Ooh, good lord. I'm dead. That's close. Punk. Well fought, good sir. Well fought. Rest in peace. As always, we get a rune arc taken out in the host of a world. Alright, and that is the very last letter for the Volcano Manor. We are done with all the letters. And for that we get our second Hoslow whip, so now we can dual wield whips if we want, on the dexterity side. They got blood loss, you can change the Ash of War, it's awesome. And this is going to take us up to the merchant. So it's actually going to take us up to the entire area up there, but we're going to ignore everything else and just go straight for the merchant, who's over here. And we'll come back and clear everything else out after we finish Rykard.
Is someone their customer?
Alright, so he's got a cookbook. He's got some rune arcs, he's got some pretty good bolts and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and... Well... buy a rune arc, one of these. Let's go sell some runes. Got one more. Okie doke. And if you want the, I think this is the, yeah, Vagabond armor set. It's right here. So, if you got everything you need from him, say goodbye. You're never going to see him again. And then we're going to go back down to that Grace because there's another Grace over here that we want to grab before we go take out Rykard real quick. Let's go take care of that. Alright, so we got a little bit of a tricky item to grab here. We got to coax a couple of giants over to break a statue, and they're probably going to hit us a few times and stuff, but it's alright. There's really nothing except demi-humans and foliage all around here, so no important items to go out of your way for if you don't want to. Just lots of open area and demi-humans and just, yeah, not much going on. And then over here, there's a gold seed if you need it. Just in case you missed a few or some areas you skipped and you didn't feel like doing it. You need the gold seed, and there you go. And then right past this guy. And then we're going to go wake up his friend so that he'll come over and do what we need him to do. What's up, buddy? Come on. Takes a second. They're slow. And if you're scared these guys might hurt you, go ahead and make a perfume bottle and dust that up. Thanks, bud. Alright, guys. Let's grab this grace. Do not go to that lake right there. There's a dragon that will attack you. Do not go up there yet. We'll come back and deal with all that stuff after we finish the Volcano Manor, which we'll go ahead and do right now. Alright, let's go report back to Tanith.
I see that you stayed the path of champions. This is your usual reward. Please, take it. Perhaps you are ready. Might you see our Lord? Our Lord will no doubt welcome you. Another kindred spirit, treading the path of champions.
So, doesn't matter if you say don't see Lord, because we could just go right to the grace. It's just going to take us to the grace, so
yes.
Let's go ahead and say it.
As it should be. Now, close your eyes for a moment. I will transport you to the Lord's chamber. Farewell, then. May your visit be fruitful.
And here we are. So, we can actually go through the fog and the boss fight won't start. And the reason for that is because of that item right there. So, we got the Serpent Hunter, and that's the sword that we need to fight this fight. So we're going to go to the Round Table Hold and upgrade it. And then we're going to summon the Mimic, because the Mimic will have the Spear Hunter, and it'll do the special attacks that we need it to do during the fight. So once the Spear Hunter is out of his arena, it will no longer do the special attacks that it does during this fight.
I took you no matter. Lay out your arms then.
And there's no requirements for it. It doesn't have any requirements. See, it's all at 0. But it scales in strength, so the higher strength, the more damage it'll do. But they designed it so that any build, no matter what your build is, will be able to use it. That's why there's no requirements for it. So let's go ahead and upgrade it to probably about 6 or 7. Oops, 6 or 7 would do the trick. Oh, I'm out of money. I was like, what's going on here? Good lord. I don't think there's anything else that we need to take up to 7. I'm not going to use that. Okay, I'll take it up to 7. And 7 is really put, like, seriously, you could do this without even upgrading it, but it'll, you know, be a little bit more challenging. But, taking it to, like, 4 or 5 is plenty. So 6 and 7 is just making the fight super duper easier. Alright, let's get buffed up. So like I said, we're not using anything else just except the Spear Hunter, so don't need anything else for this. Or the Serpent Hunter, I apologize. Let's see, let's do... pretty sure this works with the Spear Hunter, but I'm not sure, and I don't want to make a mistake if it doesn't, so let's just go with... I don't want to increase damage. What do I want to do? No, it's just up our strength. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Ooh. Should have changed that. Can I still do that? Yeah, I can still do that. Let's go change that real quick. That's better. Get our Mimic. Alright, you guys. Here we go. Good Lord. Yeah, the Mimic, unfortunately, is, you know, not the brightest, and it'll go into the fire to try and get closer to it and attack it. Oh, no. I thought it was going to hit me. Can't believe it didn't. Okay, so that's the first phase. Oh, shoot.
Very well. Join myself and King as family. Together we will devour the very god.
And there's the famous Together. good. So he's got a big sword, and he's gonna... Oh, man. God. He's got one more slam. Start hitting him. Okay, he's got some fireballs he's gonna shoot out, and they'll chase you for a little bit and then blow up. Just pick up my mimic. Okay, he's gonna slam. Dead. More hits. Oh, that hurt. Shoot. Check play. Done. Pretty freaky. Alright, you guys. We got some stuff to do around the Volcano Manor just to wrap everything up. This is the only item that's in the arena, is this little chest piece over here. And then we're going to come back to this arena in a second. But first we're going to go talk to Lady Tanith and do some stuff. Finish up the rest of the quest lines that are in the Volcano Manor and tied up to it. This is Patches and Raya. Now that we have defeated him, we should have a my thanks gesture down here. That spirit that was asking us to take him down. Now we get my favorite bow in the game, my thanks. And then over here...
So, you killed Rykard. I harbor you no ill will. The strong take. Such is our code. Even he was prepared to meet a wretched end when he first took blasphemy unto his very flesh. But any road, the Volcano Manor is no more, though we may yet fulfill an old promise. We hunted our own kind, and took what was theirs, and with everything in hand, the time has come to rise against the Erd Tree. O greater will, hear my voice. I am the recusant Bernahl, inheritor of my brother's will, and you will fall to my blade. We refuse to become your pawns. Consider this fair warning.
Brutal.
Oh great, I am the recusant. We refused.
Okay, let's go talk to Patches and Tanith.
Now you've gone and killed Rykard. You scheming little doxy. Cripes, you make this nonsense seem, well, less nonsensical. Perhaps a Tarnished will be Elden Lord after all. But for now, this manor is finished. The demigod beast is slain, and Tanith has lost her head. A fine mess. But how else could it end? When Daddy Ambition's head over heels courting Lady Blasphemy. Well, here I am, untethered, once again. Goodbye, my friend. What is it? Oh, come to make a pop.
I think we got everything from him.
Stingy little...
Good old Patches. See this Crucible Knight? We're gonna fight him in a second.
You. It's true then. You've defeated our Lord. No. I must thank you. Our Lord was yet weak. You have taught us that. Defeat is not the end. Our Lord is immortal, and will one day rise again. Stronger. Until then, I must stay the path and do my part. I will leave the Volcano Manor before long. I suggest you do the same. I will miss these encounters. The champion who walks the tainted path shines all the more. I always was an admirer. This is farewell. Perhaps we will meet again along the path.
Alright, say the grace and everybody will move on. Tanith is gone. Patches is gone. And Bernahl is gone. But Bernahl leaves his sword, and you can come up to it and still learn skills just in case you didn't buy any of these Ashes of Wars from him, just in case you still need to. So we got a few things to wrap up. Let's go and talk to Zoraya. So yeah, unfortunately, there's no... See, there's no more. That's the special now. Does some damage, though. Does some serious damage. It's a really good spear. Great spear. Of course, I'm always gonna fight these guys when I come through here, just to see if I can get a magma blade off of them. And I recommend you do the same, because those magma blades are awesome. You know, they're not like the best weapon in the whole game. There's some people that praise the magma blades like they're number one, but they really aren't. They're cool weapons, but they're not the greatest weapons. Where's that snake? Oh, there he is. It's like, where in the world is he? But you don't want to fight these snakes. These snakes actually, their moveset and the damage they do, it's not worth it. You want to sneak up behind them and just take them down. They can bite you, they can poison you. It's just, yeah, they're not fun to fight. So this still does some damage, even though it doesn't do what it does in Rykard's, you know, arena. It's still, man, if you do that to a boss, it'll stagger it. It'll do some serious damage. So it's a very, very powerful thrust, but fortunately, it doesn't have the magic that it had when you're fighting Rykard. Darn. Alright. And so, since we did not kill or give her the Tonic of Forgetfulness, she's right here.
You're not willing to kill me, are you? You've always been so kind and uncompromising.
Now we're going to load out, load back in. And she's gone. And we get this letter. Now, if you didn't do what we did up to this point and not attack her and don't give her the tonic, you won't get this letter. You will get this, the De Decur's Woe, which is the most pointless talisman in the entire game. It just increases the damage that you take. But that letter, which we'll read in the next item description episode, that's her happy ending. She basically is telling you that she's moving on and going out into the world to venture forth and be her own person. So it's pretty awesome. Let's go to the Castellan's Hall. And there we will find Patches. We need to talk to Patches before we talk to Lady Tanith next.
Oh, you again. A shame you had to see me like this. Oh, I had a bit of a slip-up, that's all. I should have stuck to what I know best. No matter. I know I can trust you. Gullible, yes, but a good soul. Make certain that Tanith gets this.
Dancers castanets.
Oh, it's nothing, it's just... makes me sick to see her all bent out of shape. Come on, Tanith, back on your high horse where you belong. You're able then? Then I can rest easy, my friend.
Don't worry, he's not dead. So I'm going to read the item description for the takers, or the castanets, because I'm going to lose it here in a second, so he's gone now. This next part is pretty gross and disturbing, and I mean that for, you know, the stuff that we've done in the game. If cannibalism or just, you know, raw eating of flesh makes you queasy, then just viewer discretion advised for this next part. It is pretty disgusting what we're about to see here. Castanets used by dancers from foreign lands, received from patches. The passionate dance comprises no seductiveness, but merely a dignified beauty. Because she was a dancer before Rykard met her and married her. And Patches knew that. So let's go ahead and put on our parry shield. And let's do... Can't bleed them, you can frost them. We'll do that.
What is it? I have no need of that. I must continue devouring my beloved lord. Oh, you... Allow me some time. Our lord's carcass is vast, and not easily consumed. Dear Rykard, please, find purchase within me. I wish to be your serpent, your family. One day, let us devour the gods together. Dear Rykard, I wish one day...
Alright guys, buff up. Hit her.
My lord, Rykard.
Dang it. Oh, crap. Shit, the wrong one. Before that, we get the fire breath that the Crucible Knights do. And then she leaves her armor set behind. That's it. That's all there is in the Volcano Manor, you guys. We are done. Dunzo, dunzo, dunzo. Let's go ahead and level up real quick. And now with this second level up, I can use the fingerprint shield. Hooray! And then we'll go back to doing our vigor and everything like that. So let's go ahead and take this off, take that off. And we have one more thing to do for Patches. One more thing, and then we're done. We gotta go all the way back to his cave. And then put on a weapon that is, you know, pretty weak, not something that'll straight up kill him. Yeah, we'll just hit him with that. Hit him a couple times with the Serpent Hunter, because he's going to be aggroed again. So, same as before, same as the first time we saw him. We're going to open this chest, he's going to get mad, we're going to hit him, and then he's going to be like, wait, stop! And then after that, we'll get the last gesture that we get from him.
Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings? You scheming little thief.
But remember, don't kill him.
Gods demand repentance. Cough up your coin.
Oh, what? Ooh. And she's sneaky.
Wait. Don't tell me. Is that you? Oh, Christ. Please, wait. I surrender. I surrender. I swear.
I believe you. There you go. Patch's crouch.
Glad to see we're on the same page. I'd never cross you. Not even close. Ah. It's been ages since I've seen you. I didn't even realize it was you. Took you for a demi-human or some such. You know how it is. Just an innocent mistake. Water under the bridge, eh? Back to business as usual. Hell's bells. This bandit business is hardly what it's cracked up to be. Especially if we keep running into the likes of you. Maybe I'll set up another shop with the lads. Well, for the grand reopening of Patch's Emporium, where you won't need a refund, because everything is top-notch.
Alrighty. So, he has everything that is the same, just in case you needed a shop open again.
What, do I have us a coin or two next time around, will you?
And so that's it. That is the end of Patch's quest, you guys. He will remain here with the shop open for the rest of the game. That is everything in the Volcano Manor. We've wrapped up all of the quests over here. We're done. We're done with the Atlas Plateau. Now we can move on into the Mountaintop of the Giants. So we're going to make our way over to this castle. And there's a couple of bosses on the way over that we got to take out that are pretty hefty. Well, one of them's hefty. The other one's a joke. But we got to get some holy damage going. I wonder, can I put Sacred Blade on this? Kind of curious. Oh, no, you can't change the Ash of War on it. Bummer. Alright, well, let's go ahead and put Sacred Blade on this. Holy damage. And, let's see. I want to raise my holy damage, but I don't want to take any extra damage while I do it, so I'll just raise my faith. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'll do holy attacks and raise faith. That should do it. Okay, guys. So up around here, like I said, out on this lake right here is a big dragon. He'll come in. What sucks about this dragon fight is that it's shrouded in fog. Like, as soon as he comes in, a huge storm kicks up and you can't see in front of you. So it's kind of a blind fight. It's not fun at all. But we'll do that after we clear out. Now, this place is filled with just vicious skeletons. Big, beefy night skeletons that do massive amounts of damage and take, you know, they're very, very tanky. And we got these snails here too. So we're just going to ride around and grab any foliage and spare loots that are on the sides here. But do not fight anything. It is an absolute waste of time and energy, and by the time you get to the next grace, you'll be completely depleted of all your resources fighting these guys. So let's just ignore them, grab all the loots that are around, like this arteria leaf, and then just right past them. I mean, if you want to fight everything, you can, you know. Gather up some runes and stuff for your next level up, but if you're trying to save time, just ride past everything. And ignore all the bridges and stuff that you see. We're gonna go through everything, don't worry. As I promised in one of the first episodes, it seems like we're skipping stuff sometimes. I promise we're not. We're gonna go right back and get through everything. But as we're coming up here, actually no, we're gonna hit the grace first, okay. So we'll hit the grace, and then after we hit the grace, we're gonna come up on a ledge that we're gonna jump down behind, and behind it is gonna be a Tibia Mariner. And we're gonna have to take him out because he summons these massive skeletons. As soon as we go past this ledge over here, a bunch of skeletons will spawn up, like huge giant ones that will start shooting lasers out of their eyes at us. So in order to get those guys to despawn and not be around here, we have to take out the Tibia Mariner. And he's hiding behind a cliff, but first let's grab this grace. And then after that, we'll buff up. I have been, in my last few playthroughs, going straight from the Tibia Mariner to the Deathrite Bird. And you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can come back to this grace, sit down, heal up, and everything like that if you need to. But otherwise, I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and just go straight from the Tibia Mariner to the Deathrite Bird. And I save the flask until we fight the Deathrite Bird because the Tibia Mariner is a joke. Alright, let's go. So stay up on the ledge, and then you're going to see the Beast Eye quiver, and there he is. So yeah, he's going to summon a bunch of skeletons and stuff, so we got to get down here really fast. Ow. Punk. Punk. Stop throwing stuff at me. Come on, die. There. It's like, leave me alone. Cheese mouse stamina. It's like wondering why I can't hit him repeatedly. There we go. So we get a really cool sword for that, and then next death root. And then right over here is the Deathrite Bird, and that'll take out all of the skeletons that he summons up, and then we'll come back through and grab some items after we fight the Deathrite Bird. But Deathrite Bird is right down here. And this one we will use a summon for, so let's go ahead and bust out. Let's do Tish. Okay, let's buff up again. Should have made some holy pots. Crap. Too late. I'll try and do it without it. I'm just gonna buff up now. Hang it. Jeez. Ow. Ow. What in the world? Oh crap. How is this guy not dead? Oh man, those guys are so vicious. Would have been a lot easier if I had some holy pots. And there should be a starlight shard around here somewhere. And that spear is vicious. That attack he did where all the spears came flying down from the sky, we can do that now with the spear. And it is vicious. It does great damage. Very, very awesome spear. Alright. Those two nasty bosses out of the way. Well, one's nasty. And so that right down there is the shack where we fought Juno and Hoslow. Alright, you guys, we got enough time to go and sit this, we're gonna go sit this, mausoleum down. Grab a grace. We're gonna cheese a couple of lion guardians, and then we're gonna call it an episode. In the next episode, we'll take on Castle Soul. And this is also a really good place to farm for lightning flowers, the Fergal blooms. Really good place. It's really close to a grace. This castle right here is the last castle in the game. No more castles after it. And it is vicious. Man, it's vicious. That's why I switched over to strength. It's going to be much easier to get through this castle with our great shield. Because some of the knights in here are the hardest knights in the game. Some people might have a lot of trouble with the Clean Rot Knights and the Haligtree. I think these are worse. These are much, much worse. The knights in this castle are some of the hardest enemies in the entire game. So, we're in for some fun. Now, I discovered, and I'm not sure if I said it in a previous episode, but the best thing to take these guys down are fan daggers, and you get these from patches. I cannot believe how good these are at just spreading out. See that? Hit 2 rocks, hit one right there. Yeah. Pull out fan daggers and just start throwing them at the feet. It is so much easier. Oh, good lord. So much easier to take these things down. I wish I would have tried that a long time ago. See, I'm just aiming freely and I'm hitting all sorts of rocks and stuff and skulls. So bust out some fan daggers. Ugh, not hitting anything there. You can keep some distance and spreads into a wide area so you get the skulls down easier. But stay away, because if this thing hits you, you will die in one hit. Oh, good lord. Sometimes the feet move in weird patterns and they... Is that it? Oh, good lord. Oh, there it is. Run! Run away! That is not the last one. There's one more in the game, and the last mausoleum in the game sucks. Man, it sucks. I hate it with every inch of my heart. Every time I've had to go at it, it's just horrible. You'll see why in a few episodes. Alright, you guys, this is going to be a little bit hard to do for anybody that doesn't have magic. If you are on the faith side of things, you're going to want to use your Frenzy Burst. And then if you are on the intelligence side of things, we need to use the Night Comet, the invisible projectiles, and we're going to cheese these 2 lines from the doorway. Now you can go in, you can summon and have a good fight, you know, and challenge yourself and all that if you'd like. I don't feel like doing that right now. I just want to save some time and cheese these guys, so I'm just going to change my actual one. Okay. Oh. Change my physic before I forget. Intelligence. Trying to think of what I want inside this. Let's do strength and intelligence. Well, I'm not going to be doing much of that, so... Sorry guys, I'm just trying to think of what I'm going to be doing in here. I think damage negation would probably be better. Because I'm probably going to get hit by these knights, so let's do that. Alright. So here we go. We're going to cheese these two guardian lions right here. There's two of them. One's on the side here, but... So, like I said, these guys can dodge very, very well. But any projectiles you throw at them, watch out for this frost breath, and it does some disgusting damage quickly. Here, I'll show you. Look at that. See how fast that builds up? It's like poison cloud, so... Just wait until they're, right here. See, if you throw anything else that's a projectile, these guys will jump around and dodge it. But the Frenzy Burst and the Night Comet are too fast. Oh, good lord. See that? Vicious damage. Yeah, stay away from the frost breath. Whoops. That's cool, dude. You can stay right there. That's fine by me. Let's do that. Oh god! Oh god! Oh my gosh! I didn't even see him. That freaked me out. Where'd you come from, dude? And why are you at half health? That's weird. Why are you at half health? That's weird. I didn't do anything to you. I don't know how he's at half health. Maybe this is the one I was shooting at. There's one down. That's so weird. I don't know what took him down to half health. There you go. Now we're in Castle Soul. And we'll clear out the rest of the castle, but yeah, they're a little bit of a mini boss to get through the beginning part. And if you think you can run behind these and just ignore them, nope, they'll break right through this entire barrier and come right up those stairs after you, and those stairs too. So don't think you can outrun these guys or anything like that. You gotta fight them. So that's an easy way to cheese them, just right there from the door. You can painfully do it with, you know, other projectiles and stuff like that, but it's gonna, yeah, you're gonna go through a lot of items and a lot of materials trying to hit these guys consistently. So we've got about 5 minutes left. Let's go ahead and go behind the castle real quick. There's a couple of goodies back there, and then we'll just talk about what we're gonna do in the next few episodes and what we're gonna do moving ahead. I wanted to do Castle Soul this episode, but unfortunately things just took a little too long, so I'll save it for the next one. It's not that long of a castle. It's a brutal castle, but it's not very long, so it shouldn't take us more than like half an hour, maybe, depending on, you know, how hard the boss is for you. Oh, good lord. Huh. That was really weird. I went into the castle somehow, and it took me off a torrent. It freaked me out. Nice. I like these trees. These trees are so cool. Got some Trina Lily and Tyria Leaf back here. There's nothing over here, but I'll show you just to satisfy urges, because there is something actually pretty cool back here. There's no item, but back here, I'm showing you, there's no item, but back here you get a view of the snowfield. There's the last mausoleum. That mausoleum sucks. Oh my god, I've died so many times to that mausoleum, it's not even funny. And then right at the tip of my halberd, so look at my weapon, at the tip of my halberd, you see that little circle of ice right there? There's a Deathbright bird right there. That's the last one in the game, and he is vicious. So those two things suck. And that right there is the Halleck tree, Miquella's Halleck tree. So it's pretty cool that we could see it from back here. I like that. And those are the final areas of the game that we're headed to in the next few episodes. We gotta clear up the Mountaintop of the Giants, beat a boss. We gotta clear out Farum Azula, stop at the very last boss of Farum Azula, and then we'll come back and clear out the snowfield and go to Miquella's Halleck tree and fight Melania. Oh my gosh, I keep running into the castle and it keeps knocking me off torrent. That's funny. Alright, some birds back here, so be careful. Nothing back here. Got the second to last graveyard in the game. There's one more graveyard after this. And it has a not so fun enemy inside of it. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So next episode will be a item description episode. And we'll test out new spells and Ashes of War that we haven't seen yet, or tested out yet. Try and explain some stuff. And after that, we'll continue on into all the stuff we have in the Mountaintops. Should take us 2 more episodes to get through it and get into the next Legacy dungeon. Alright, here come the birds. There's one right there at the top. Punk. You know what? It's best to just stay locked on to these guys instead of trying to free aim. Because at least staying locked on will like bring you into their path. As you try and free aim, it's super difficult to try and catch the timing when they swoop around like that. So I'd recommend just locking on to them when you're on torrent. Should be everything over here, and then I think there's a smithing stone right here. Right there. There's actually a knight. If I threw a bomb over this ledge right here, a knight would appear right behind me and start beating me up. And he would win too. He would destroy me. This knight is vicious. The worst knight in the game, hands down. No knight compares to him, so. Alright, you guys, take a look at everything. Map out what we're going to do next few episodes. So, here's Castle Sol. We're going to clear this out. After we clear Castle Sol out, we're going to come back up on this ledge. There's a ruins right here. We'll go across and fight a avatar right here. We'll go across the bridge. There's an invisible bridge right here that'll take us to a rise. And then we'll go down, clear out an Everjail, a tiny small castle. It's a garrison. It's not a castle like this one. So we'll clear out a small garrison, and then we'll grab this map fragment, and then we'll come back to the lake, and we'll fight the dragon. There's a cave right there. And then from there, there's a chunk, a really small chunk of the Mountaintops that we got to finish. The last part, and then there's a hero's grave. The last hero's grave of the entire game is over here. So we'll finish that next episode too, hopefully. So we got some work to do, but making progress. We are done with everything else on this part of the game, though. Except for Caelid. We'll do Northern Caelid after we do the Farum Azula, which is our next Legacy dungeon. So I'm going to level up in between the episodes because I'm almost at a level up. So I recommend you do that too. And I will see you guys right here at Castle Sol. Alright guys, it's good to be back. And I promise you there will not be a month gap in between the next episodes. I'm going to work on this until it's completely done. No matter how I feel. Because, you know, I started this episode in a complete panic attack, and now I feel pretty calm and relaxed. So I think it helps me. I need to just man up, power through, and do it regardless of whether or not I'm not feeling too well. So, yeah, thanks for joining me. Until the next one, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, because, you know, I love you guys. See you later.